And I would like to say thank you first to Seed Studio, to Diamond Nanda and Diamond Shiny for giving me this opportunity to share my some knowledge regarding pediatric eating habit with all of you. So hi, I'm Dr. Wee and I am working in pediatric department for a few years before joining private sector now. So I'm mother of 3 and all are boys and they are ranging from 5 to 9 years old. Okay, this is my first sharing session with Seed Studio. So do stop me if like I'm going too fast or it's not that clear or the line is like because it's raining currently at my place. So as a parent, it is very natural and very normal if we constantly anxious about our children and regarding their developmental progress, whether they achieve a normal developmental milestone, whether they improving in academically, whether they excel in social activity, whether they eat well, whether they eat adequate nutrition, and whether they sleep well. So one of the area that parent concern is the childhood eating habit. So comes to the eating to the meal time. So almost every children have their very own unique way of consuming food. Some of them, however, might develop picky eating patterns. So let's go to my slide. Sorry, have to wait a while. Can you see my screen actually?
Yes, you just have to touch on the screen and then it will go out from here and to
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
Okay. So okay. So you can see right now?
No, we can't see your screen now.
You can't see?
Yeah, you have to share again.
I think I share it.
Okay, now we can see. You just go to your sharing, your presentation. Yes, we can see very clearly now. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so today's topic will be picky eater. So this is my 3 boys. So it's not an easy task for me to have them sit properly on the dining table to have a proper meal with me every day. So every day is just like a war. So the eldest one will say, okay, mommy, I'm full now. I don't feel like eating. And then the second one will say, oh yeah, I'm full as well. And the third one will say, I'm hungry, but I don't feel like eating the food on the one that you cook now. So it's like, what is a frustration and full of drama for us every day. And to all the parents out there, you are not alone. Okay, so we know that the main ingredient, the 4 main ingredients for our nutrient will come from carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, and the fat. So the main purpose we're taking food to provide the fuel and energy to our body. Carbohydrate at the bottom of the food pyramid provide fuel and energy to us, in which we should take in large amount. And then for the protein which is comprised of the milk, the fish, the meat, the poultry, all are the building block for our growth and development. And for the vitamin, we have fruits and vegetables to provide our vitamin. They keep us, this is the element that keep us healthy and well. And for lastly, for the fat, sugar, and salt, this is the element that we should take in small amount and as minimal as we can. So there's no right or wrong to introduce or giving food to, there's no right or wrong way to give food to our children. It's like since they are born, we are giving is regardless you are breastfeeding or you are bottle feed, and you are either you are feeding your baby or you give your baby BLW, the baby lead feeding, regardless any method of the feeding, all the main purpose of feeding are to provide the food, the fuel and the energy for our baby. So it is a gradual process. Every day we try to give the healthy food as we can to our children. But as we notice, as the children grow up, it's getting more difficult for us to meet the daily requirement and the healthy nutrition as in the guide, because they are exposing to more different, the sweet food, the junk food, the snack, and there is an advertisement about all the junk food out there. So it's getting more and more difficult for us to provide them only with healthy food. Okay, what is the definition of the picky eater? So for picky eater, it simply means fussiness about eating certain food and fussy mealtime behavior. The typical age for picky eating is between 2 to 6 years, and it can extend up to their adulthood. But most of the time, they will gradually getting better as they are like the awareness of the healthy eating is getting more and more in their mind. And then when they are exposed to friends or peer that taking healthy food, so gradually you will notice the picky eating habit will be getting better as they grow older. So what are the signs of the picky eater? So if you notice, most of our kids, they will remove all the green vegetable that we put in their plate. They will just take the food that they like, such as the meat, the processed food, and all the sweet food that the fried food that they prefer, and they will remove all the green vegetable to the outside of their plate. So that is one of the sign of picky eater. And then the second one will be the play with food. And most of them, when they don't like to eat, they will like start to spend time holding the food for long minutes, just to hold it and play around with the food, but not really try it or even bite it. So the third one will be the irregular mealtime pattern. If you notice, like if you are having a picky eater baby, they don't really eat at the proper like adult mealtime. So they don't. Our breakfast is at 8 or 9. Then they would take their breakfast at 11 or 12. Or sometimes when we are going to sleep at 10, but suddenly they say they are hungry and they feel like eating at that time. So that is one of the signs as well. And then the third one will be the eat in small quantity. So an Asian parent usually we tend to take the amount of the food, the portion that we think our kids should eat. So we just put it properly in a plate. The rice, the vegetable, the meat, and then just in the portion that we want them to eat. But most of the time, they will just eat the small amount that they want, and they are finished. They will never finish it anymore. So and the next one, it will be the no interest to try new food or different food. Most of the kids, they are quite reluctant to try new food, especially those vegetable or fruits, and the one with the strong smell or fragrance. So they might they don't like the taste, the smell, so they not that keen to try with the food. So it lead them to it usually make the fuss, and so we will stop introduce the new food for them, and they will stop taking that kind of food since then. And then the last one, they only consume their favorite food. If you notice, they just like in a plate. Some kids, they only eat the rice with eggs. Some kids, they only eat the rice with the meat. And some kids, they don't even take the rice. They just eat biscuit and bread for most of their meal. So why toddlers are so picky? Being a picky eater is usually being a picky eater is part what it means to be toddler. So we understand toddler, they like to control, they want to control everything, and they want to decide what they want to put into their mouth. So yes, there is the time, it's like what we call terrible too. There is the time they start to be picky eater. So after 1 year of rapid growth, if you notice, like at the first year of life, baby will be like 3 times of the body weight, in which, like, if they are 3 kilo at birth, and then when they reach 1 years old, they are almost like 9 to 10 kilo of their weight. So it's like the first year is a rapid growth, so they usually need a lot of food, a lot of meal, a lot of milk that we are providing. So they will take whatever we are giving them. But after 1 year, actually their weight gain will start to slow down, and they only gain like maybe 5 kilo a year. So at that time, the need for the food will be getting lesser, and they will eat lesser food by times. And other than that, kids are, as we know, toddlers are always on the go. I mean, they can't sit properly on the table, and it's hard for them to sit still for a proper food for that 20 to 30 minutes on the table. And the next one will be snacking bribe. So if you notice, most of the parents, they tend to bribe their kids by offering some chocolate, some snack, some junk food after they finish if they're able to finish their food. So this make a bad habit for the kids, in which they will feel like they will value the chocolate, the junk food more. I mean, the price that they can get after the meal, they will value it more nutritious and precious compared to the rice and the vegetable that they should eat actually. So this is what parents always do. If like that, you can hear that they are saying, if you finish your rice, then I will buy you an ice cream. So this is what we call snacking bribe. So kids will we are not teaching our kids to learn to like or love the food that they are eating. Instead of they are eating just to get the bribe, the price that they can get after finishing the meal. So this is a short term. They finish the food just for a short term, and in long run, they will start to have preference over sweet food and start to refuse to take all the proper meal. So, and then for the last one is a battle of control during mealtime. So as we know, as I said just now, most of the toddler, they start to learn to control at the age of 2. They will decide what they want to put into their mouth. They will decide what they want to do. They will decide when they want to eat. And then at the same time, as a parents, we love to decide for our children. We love to decide what they should eat, how much is the portion they should eat, and how frequent they should eat. So this is the battle of food among the parents and the children. So in long run for them, eating is a frustration, is an anxiety for them, and end up they will become less sensitive to their hunger and fullness, and end up with a picky eater. So why should we bother about picky eater? Because if it brought the implication for the children and both for the parents. For the children, in a severe picky eater and very selective picky eater, it will cause nutritional deficiency for them and affected their growth and neural recognition. Neural recognition means their mental health, their academically performance. These are all the neural recognition that might be affected in a severe picky eater. For the parents, they might develop a lot of anxiety and stress, and it's like every day the meal time will be a battle for them, in which it will affect the relationship between the parents and the children in a long run. So what can we do if we have a picky eater children at home? Honestly, my 3 boys are picky eater as well when they are at 2 or 3 of 2 or 3 years old, but now they are getting better as the time pass. And because I have done a lot of homework as well and put a lot of effort to help them throughout the picky eater process. So what can we offer for them? I mean, what can we do if we have a picky eater babies at home? So first of all, we have mealtime suggestion for the parent, which is what the parent should be. All the suggestion is for the parent that can be done to help the children. Number 2 is getting the children's help in the kitchen. Number 3 will be grocery adventure and food exploration. And the last one will be the oral supplement. Okay, let me elaborate in further. For the mealtime suggestion for parents, so parent must be a good role model first come to first, okay? So children always learn from example, and parents are always the best example for them. So when we eat together on a dining table, so make sure you always show your anxious, your willing, your openness to try new food and taking the healthy meal. So when they seeing the parent like, oh, they are and it look like very delicious, so they feel like trying it as well. Number 2 is make sure there is a regular meal time and snack time for our children. Usually we have 3 proper meal time and 2 snack time for stay at home parent, right? So make sure try to arrange your meal time at regular time, and the two snack time, make it as healthy as you can. So it make them become used to the time that is at 8 to 9 they should have a breakfast, at 12 they should have a lunch, and at 7 they should have a dinner. So make it a habit and make it a discipline for them. Okay. So the next one will be the see the value in one bite. It means like we value every bite they try. So every time we introduce new food for them, so when our children willing to try even one bite, we should praise them or encourage them, and we have to keep on repeat it and again. Usually it takes like 10 to 15 times before our children willing to try to a new food. So never stop or tired to introduce a new food for them. So the next one will be the no sweet and dessert reward, like we mentioned earlier. So do not bribe them with a sweet or dessert after a proper meal, because they will value the price more compared to the healthy meal. And the next one is do not prepare special meal for picky eater. Let's say you would like to cook. If you want to cook for our family, so do not purposely cook the food that they like. Let's say your kids like to eat processed food like the hot dog, chicken nugget. That do not prepare the meal special for them. They will feel like it is they are so special, and the mother have to prepare the special meal for them. So it make them stick to their habit and do not join the family for a proper meal. And the next one, you make a meal time make your meal time become a family time. So everyone sit together and eat together. Make sure you remove all the TV, close all the TV, remove the electronic gadget, remove all the toy on the table, and help them to focus on the food. Make it fun and enjoyable moment for all of us. Some parents, they tend to start nagging and start to complain about this and that about their work, nagging about the children homework, the behavior during mealtime. So it make the mealtime a stressful for the kids, and it make it like so much of anxiety for them to finish a meal. And the last one is like clean plate is not necessary. So what I mean by clean plate is not necessary, like you have to, not necessary every time they have to finish whatever is on their plate. So we have to learn to respect our children's appetite. Don't force them to finish and clean all the food, because they have their appetite. Sometimes after the snack, they feel quite full and they might not able to finish all the food on their plate during the proper meal time. So just let them to decide how much they want to eat, and if they're hungry, most of the time they will come back and eat again. Your children won't starve to die because of not finishing that few mouthful, right? And then for parents as well, so try to serve in small portion. So we give a chance for our kids to finish their food and give them an opportunity to ask for more if it is not adequate for them. So number 2 will be getting kids help in the kitchen. When the kids are involving in food preparation and or the preparing the meal, so they will feel more excited to finish whatever they are doing, and they will like excited to try and finishing the food they are having later on. So for younger kids, like from 18 months, sorry for the typo, 18 months to 3 years old. So what can we suggest them? What can we involve them during the food preparation? We can ask them to rinse the vegetable, the food, to stir the ingredient and arrange the food into a proper shape. So for older children, like 3 to 5 years old children, we can ask them to help in measuring the flour, the food, and the cut using a plastic knife, spreading the jam, picking the herb. And for older than 5 years old child, we can teach them to cut with scissors. We can involve them in preparing the table, to peel the egg, and slowly we can teach them to learn to use small knife. So when they are involving more in the food preparation, they will feel more excited and they will like more willing to take the food that we are preparing. And then for the next one will be groceries, adventure, and food exploration. So taste bud need to play this too. I mean, like kids easily get boring with the food that we are prepared. So parents, they have to be creative and be more variety. More variety is always the key point. So when you are providing more different type of food for them to choose, they will feel kids always like new thing, right? They always get boring easily. So when you have more variety of food for them, they will be encourage them to take more variety of food. And the last one, we can use like finger food and vegetable or fruit as finger food, cut into a interesting shape and dip them in their favorite sauce. Don't too rigid with the no ketchup, no mayonnaise, or no mustard for my kids. As long as they took some vegetable, especially, that is good enough, right? Okay, this is the example of the food, and definitely it's not by me, but this is the example of food that we can prepare. I mean, make the eating journey, it will be more fun for them. So other than the 3 previous method that we mentioned, so supplement will be the next choice if our children not improving much despite all the measure that we are doing. So what can we offer for them? One of it is high calories meal. So one of the example that they are using in government, like Pediasure, for the high calories meal, but if you try it, it should be sweet and maybe calories. Next one will be the multivitamin. So when our kids are able to get the adequate nutrition or vitamin from their daily diet, then we need help from the supplement. I mean the adjunct, the supplement from any brand to help with their health. And then lastly, we go for the red flags. People always say right, there's a few things that aware and when it comes to if you have a child. So what is the red flag mean? Is the alarming condition cautious, or we need to bring on or fail to gain weight. Okay, if you notice, most of our sorry, you can't hear me, is it? Because sorry, the line is quite lag, is it? Okay, sorry.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now. Maybe you can repeat the slide previously. The red flag one.
Yeah, okay. So this is the red flag. Red flag mean the symptom that we have to observe on, or I mean, we have to take extra precaution, or we have to seek for a proper treatment when our picky eater children present with the symptom like below. So first of all, it will be the failure to thrive or fail to gain weight at all. So if you are, I'm not sure if you are delivered in government hospital, but if you are in, sorry, I'm not sure if your child was delivered in private hospital, but if you are in government, they will give you a red and a pink book for all the baby that's newborn. So at the last page of the book, you will notice there will be a growth chart for the weight, for the height, and for the BMI according to the gender of the baby. So if they will, like, every time you went to the clinic for the follow up, they would plot the growth chart of your children, and like the weight at the 2 years old, and the weight at the 6 monthly follow up to the 5 years old. If you notice your child is persistently at the yellow line, which is the -2 and -3 standard deviation, or even below the -3 standard deviation, it means your child are underweight, and they have to be referred to a proper pediatrician and maybe by dietitian to help with your child picky eating habit, because when the growth and the height are badly affected by their picky eating habit, it might causing their future developmental delay. So yeah, when it's like below when they are failure to thrive, so that is the time you have to be very cautious and have to seek for a proper treatment. They are difficult in swallowing. So if you notice your child have difficulty in chewing, swallowing, you need to bring them to the hospital as well. And then the next one will be pain with feeding. Sorry, the line is like quite light, is it?
Yes, just now the second point on the difficulties in chewing, it was like stuck a bit.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, the line here is not that stable because of the heavy rain. So, and next will be the pain with feeding. Some baby you will notice, I mean, some toddler you will notice they complain of pain, and most of the time it will be the stomach pain every time they're feeding. So this is one of the red flag as well, because it might associated with some an issue with their gastrointestinal part of their body, in which they might have some issue with their stomach or their small or large bowel. And then the next one will be vomiting or diarrhea after eating. Some baby, they are persistently vomit or diarrhea after eating, in which it causes them scared or refuse to eat. So this kind of, okay, sure, can. I will repeat the difficulty in chewing and swallowing again. And so for the difficulty in chewing and swallowing, if you notice some baby is like they're unable to chew properly, or they're unable to be scared to swallow, because it might be there is some issue, and there is some baby are born with the weakness of the muscle of around their esophagus, and then it can cause them difficult in swallowing, and so they are feared to eat. They are not this kind of baby. Actually, what we want to say is that they are not a true picky eater. They are more too scared to eat because they're facing some difficulty in swallowing. So your doctor will do a thorough examination to check, and maybe they might need skin biopsy to confirm with their problem. Okay. So for the next one will be when you notice your child having developmental delay. Usually for all the pediatric, what we have a chart, right? What you should able to do by the age of 2, what you should able to do it by the age of 3. So when we notice there is a obvious mean like a significant delay in development, and if you are comparing your child to the most of your friends kids or your niece or your sibling, if you notice they have like a significant developmental delay, let's say they are still unable to walk by the age of 2, so these are the sign that you have to watch out, because sometimes they are very selective picking at eating habit cause them severe lack in nutrition and cause them to have developmental delay. And then for the next one will be excessive weight loss. Sometimes kids will have some disease are associated with excessive weight loss, such as the malignancy, which is the cancer. So when you notice your child having excessive weight loss, yes, you should go for a proper checkup instead of asking them to keep eating and keep introducing the more food for them. And next one will be issue with the gagging. Some baby are always gagging. Is quite common for a baby to gag, especially when you start to introduce the weaning food for them at the age of 6 months. But it's not that common for a toddler which is above the age of 2 to have a gagging issue. So if you persistently noted your kids having issue with the gagging, then you should bring them to a proper checkup as well. And the last one, for the extremely selectively, they are extremely selective. They only eat certain type of food only, and they totally refuse to try other food despite all the measurement that you have done. So that is the time also you have to get the help and assistance from all the experts, including the pediatrician and also the nutrition or dietitian. So that's all for today, I think. So remember that your child eating habit won't change overnight. So, but the small step that you take each day might help them to promote a lifetime of healthy eating habit in the future. So never give up in trying to promote a healthy eating habit for your children. Okay, that's all. Thank you for today.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wee. Thank you for the awesome sharing. I learned so much from you, even though I still haven't have kids, but I think this knowledge is very, very good for me to pass on to my future children maybe, or to my niece and nephews. Okay, and then one thing that I really like to point out is really don't bribe your children with snacks, because that is really one of the biggest reason I think a lot of kids like to pick eating. Okay. And I think one of the reasons that I'm not very tall is also because I was a picky eater back then. Okay, so thanks again, Dr. Wee, for sharing on the impact of being a picky eater. So next, we are going, just now, Dr. Wee actually mentioned that one of the methods that we can help with picky eaters, one of the steps that we can help with picky eaters is supplementation. And this part, we'll invite our next speaker, Dr. Po, to share on this. So Dr. Po is actually a skin and aesthetic doctor right now, but previously she has a lot of experience in the general practitioner. So he used to treat young kids, old people, adults, and everyone. So he's basically covered everything from baby to old people. Okay, so if Dr. Po is ready, then we'll pass on the floor to Dr. Po.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so I see here your video has been highlighted. Okay, so I believe everyone can see me now. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to so another round of applause at home, although you are muted, but I want to hear you clapping in some way. Okay, let's thank Dr. Wee again for the awesome presentation. Okay, thank you, Dr. Wee. Although I'm not a parent yet, okay, but I think I learned a lot. And I'm quite prepared. To be a parent. All right. So yeah, let me share my slides a little bit. Ba-bum-bum-ba-bum. Okay. Okay. So can everyone see my slides now? I believe you can. Okay. So my topic today will be about children. Okay, the hope of tomorrow. So do everyone agree with this? Children are the hope of our tomorrow. If you agree, type yes. Okay. Type yes, yes, yes. I want to see you agree. Those that don't agree, I don't know what's wrong with you, but yeah, you should agree. Okay. So before I start, I would like to thank all these people. Thank you, Dr. Ben, our great MC, for the introduction, and also he was the one who introduced me to this business. Thank you, Dr. Ben. Thank you, my FDD, Dr. Chan, the one with the cap and the singlet. Okay, and then you see Dr. Tay there, which is our Emirate Dr. Tay. And then on the right side picture, you see these two lovely couples. Okay, we see Mr. Nanda and then Diamond Chinese. Okay, thank you very much for being my mentor and helping me so much, teaching me so much. Okay, so a little bit of introduction regarding myself. This is my beautiful wife, by the way. She's Dr. She's a dentist. So me, myself, I'm Dr. Po. I graduated from Crimean State Medical University in 2011. So if you wonder where that is, it is in Ukraine. Okay, and then after that, after graduation, I attached with Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, KKM, for 6 years. So I was mainly in OBGYN, okay, and then currently I'm in private practice. So this was what I was doing in KKM, okay, with the government. I was a OBGYN doctor, so I did a lot of operation. I came across a lot of children. I brought a lot of children to this world. So these are some of my products. Okay, not exactly my products, but I help bring someone's product to the world. Okay, so these are just those from the cesarean section. So these are all the babies that I pull up from their mother's gut. Now that sounds a bit scary, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, you see, in a way, I managed to came into contact with a lot of babies. Okay, and then when you grow older, when I grew older, most of my friends around me, they started to have babies. They started to have starting family lah. Okay, and then yeah, me and my wife also, yeah, we are ready to be parents soon. Okay, so yeah, so after this hit me, I was quite lost. And then was scrambling for information about kids, because parenting, you will have to know how to become a good parent, right? How to become a good parent. And then I'm sure every parent will agree with this quote. A parent means loving your children more than you ever love yourself. So anyone agree with this one? Agree, then type 11111. I want to keep your fingers active. Okay, I see a lot of ones here. So a parent means loving your children more than you ever love yourself. Okay, and then you always natural parents will naturally want only the best and the best for their children, right? So what is the most important thing for children? Number one, I'm sure everyone will agree again, is optimal growth. You want your children to grow optimally, grow normally. Okay, not too slow, not too fast. You want them to grow just nice, just nice. Okay, and then number two, you want them to have a strong immune system, especially in this kind of time when there's a pandemic going on, when there's so many diseases that are very easily infective, okay, very infective diseases. So you want them to have a strong immune system so they don't get sick so easily. And then the next thing you want is you want to minimize their toxic exposure. You want to avoid them from being in a very polluted area. You want them to drink good water. You don't want them to get radiation, a lot of blue lights or this kind of thing, okay, to minimize the toxic exposure. Okay, so optimal growth equals to optimal nutrients. Okay, so what is needed for optimal growth? Number one, for just now Dr. Wee already mentioned regarding nutrition, right? So we all know that kids, they need good protein to grow optimally. Okay, because protein is the basic building block of our body. Every cells need protein. You need to get them good protein. Okay, there are good and bad proteins, but I'm not going to elaborate more about that. Okay, the second thing you need good proteins, right? You can get from soy, you get from vegetables, you get from good deep sea fishes, you get from nuts as well. Okay, then you need multivitamins and multi-minerals. Okay, your A, B, C, D, E, so A to Z lah, all the vitamins, all the minerals you can get. So you can get those from eating healthily. Okay, 5 colors of your fruits and vegetables, all types of fruits, a lot of fibers. Okay, the next thing you need is good fats. Okay, not the saturated fat, but this kind of good fats that you get from nuts, you get from fish, omega-3 fish oil, avocados, this kind of good fats. Next, you need good water. I'm sure nobody wants their kids to be drinking contaminated water or infected water, right? If you see the water is a bit yellowish, I think you will think twice before you give it to your kids. Everyone sure want clean water for their kids because you know how important water is. Okay, and then you want good air as well. Okay, by the way, this is my my lovely nephew. Okay, he's playing with the atmosphere sky, and then I don't know what he did there. So when he hugged the air purifier, the indicator immediately turned red. So I think he must be he must have past filters there, so the atmosphere detected it. Okay, so okay, and then by the way, this atmosphere can also catch ghosts. Just kidding lah. Just kidding. Or am I really kidding? Okay, so yeah, back to the important thing. So everyone know what's important already. So are our children doing okay with the recent world, recent place that we live in, recent condition of our living condition? Are our children doing okay? So let's see some examples. So tada, this is one of the normal things. Pre-COVID times, I'm sure now a lot of nurseries or childcare has been forced to close. Okay, but we cannot blame parents for sending kids there because a lot of parents are now working parents. Okay, but yeah, this is the condition. You like it or not, this is the condition of most childcare, I would say. Okay, it's not to say not good. They can make friends there. They can play around. They can grow and learn a lot of new things there. Okay. But when you see them so close together, you will think, "Hey, mana lah social distancing." But yeah, kids, man, you cannot ask them to social distancing so much, right? And then when they go to this kind of childcare places, the easiest thing, I'm sure every parents who send their children to childcare before, they will know that their child easily get sick. Okay, like running nose and this kind of place. A friend of mine actually say this kind of childcare or places, right, is a very good place to train their children's immune system. So after they get sick for a while and then they become very kebal already, become immune to a lot of things, which is true in a way, but you don't want them to get too sick from it. Okay, so yeah, because childs easily pass diseases around. Okay, hand, foot, mouth, URTI, upper respiratory tract infection, this kind of thing. Okay, and then the next thing, this one. So how many parents are guilty of this? Press 5. Or maybe nobody want to admit lah. Okay, this one really screens and babies now, the newest generation, they are stuck to screens. Okay, we all know that it's not good, but sometimes it really helps you solve the problem of noisy children and stuff. So according to the Pediatric Academy of America, yeah, you have to limit their screen time according to their age. Okay, and then too much screen time, of course, is no good. That's why you see a lot of kids with specs nowadays. Okay, a lot of glasses with eye diseases, right? Next, pollution. This one we cannot avoid. Okay, we cannot do anything regarding the pollution. I mean, we can do something, but that is so limited. Okay, the air is so polluted nowadays. Okay, and then good water, contaminated water. Again, you don't want your child to drink contaminated water. It can cause a lot of problems to their digestive tract, their growth also. Okay, and then this one, fast food culture. When you see the big yellow arch, right, the double arch, the M, yeah, every kid will be happy to see it. And then fast food, you cannot blame it because we as parents also say we as parents. So we as parents also, we love fast food, right? Because it's so convenient. And then it's cheaper than healthy food. Come on. Your one set of Happy Meal or one set of combo is cheaper than your salad, I'm sure. But then, yeah, if you train your kids to have this kind of fast food culture, it's gonna be bad. Okay. So yeah, I'm also one of the ambassador. No, I'm just joking. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay. So yeah, and then fast food culture will lead to childhood obesity. So did you know that? Did you know that 1 out of 3 children in Malaysia is a obese child? Okay, childhood obesity. There are research that says when your kid is obese during childhood, 60% of them will become obese when they are adults. Okay, and then yeah, childhood obesity is a growing pandemic. Growing pandemic because yeah, I mean you rather your kid eat a lot than become a picky eater, right? Like just now Dr. Wee said picky eater. Wow, I hear already also. Wow, headache, picky eater. But if your child eat too much, also no good. Then how? Make sure you feed them the correct thing. Make sure you try to avoid childhood obesity because diabetes will come in very soon, and then they will be stuck with obesity when they are adult. And then that time only you find me to get body key, okay, to reduce their weight. All right, and then yeah, we come to picky eaters. Okay, Dr. Wee elaborate that already. This is one of the problems as well. Okay, Dr. Wee did a good job in teaching everyone regarding picky eaters. Okay, and then one more thing is even if you prepare your food at home, even if you choose your meat, your food properly, you still cannot avoid all of this. Okay, the poultry industry, our vegetables, our fruits, you cannot deny that the fruits and vegetables now are so much less nutritious than the fruits that our nenek moyang eat. Okay, because the soil is getting less and less nutritious, hence the fruits. And then chickens are antibiotic. If you want to go fully organic, which some of my friends do, okay, I would say if I'm not mistaken, 2 organic carrots weighs about 200 grams, is about 30 something ringgit, while the ones that are normal is only about 2 ringgit something. So yeah, I mean, if you have the extra fund, why not? Okay, but this one is something that we have to be aware of. Okay, so did you know that 4 out of 5 Malaysian children between 1 to 6 years old do not consume enough fruits and vegetables? Okay, kids between 2 and 11 are usually picky eaters, and then 1 in 3 children under 5 are malnourished. This is a growing problem as well, and then sources are from UNICEF Malaysia, WHO. Okay, and then did you know that incomplete nutritional causes low immunity levels? It causes poor digestive health. It causes growth impairment, poor height. Okay, I'm not pointing fingers. All right, and then impact brain development, and then yes, of course, obesity if you give them only the wrong nutrition, right? So these are some common illnesses seen in clinics. Okay, common illnesses seen in clinics. Let's go through. Number 1 is fever. Okay, when I was in a general practitioner, when I was a general practitioner in a GP clinic, every time see kids come with fever, a lot of fever, right? Runny nose. Okay, usually they call it from someone, one of their friends at the childcare. Runny nose. Okay, you get kids with cough, cough until tonsillitis, pharyngitis, this kind of thing. Okay, you see, you get kids with vomiting. Yeah, I love this picture because yeah, you can imagine the mom, you want to laugh also cannot, want to get angry also cannot. So yeah, it's a funny moment, definitely. I hope that don't happen to me. Diarrhea, constipation, yes, that happens when your kids don't get enough fiber or drink not enough water. Too much fiber, lack of water can cause constipation as well. And then diarrhea, especially when they take something not fresh. Okay, we all know what causes diarrhea. Abdominal pain, one of the most common thing also. Wheezing and breathing difficulty. This one is the most heart pain, the most heart aching scene that you can see when a child is gasping for air, is wheezing. And then a lot of kids nowadays, they have bronchial asthma because of the pollution. as well. Okay, so that's why clean air is really, really, really important. Okay. Then eczema and atopic dermatitis. Currently, I'm a skin and aesthetic doctor. I see a lot of skin cases. 10 out of 10 kids that come into the clinic, eczema or atopic dermatitis. Okay, so this is caused. Eczema can be brought down from the genes. So maybe their parents have eczema itself. Maybe the parents had bronchial asthma or maybe allergic rhinitis, and then yeah, the kids are suffering from this one, and then allergies as well. Okay. So many problems. How can we help them? What can we do to prevent them from getting sick? Okay. So the importance, roles, and responsibilities. I'm telling responsibilities because we are really, as parents, this is our responsibilities to take care of the children. Okay. So number one is always awareness. When a parent is not aware, they don't seem to think that this is actually the problem. So awareness is very important. Okay, that's why we are here today telling everyone about this, to create awareness, so you know what to do. Okay, so correct knowledge. Nowadays, a lot of people, they take knowledges from social media, they take knowledges from forwarded messages. So make sure you get correct knowledge from the correct source and from the correct people also. Okay. And then, yeah, take the right action. Take the right action after you know the problem is there. Take action to solve it. Okay. So, what does your kid needs daily? Two servings of fruit, 3 servings of vegetables. They need food from 5 groups of nutrients: carbohydrate, fruits, vegetables, meat, proteins, milk, good fats. 3 main meals, 1 to 2 nutritious snack. Okay, not your chocolate bar or your lollipops. Okay, and then complete nutrition and supplements. Right. So what are the right action for parents? We have to set good example. We ourselves have to eat healthy, or have to lead by a good example. Okay, you cannot expect your child to eat healthily and not be a picky eater or don't have the fast food culture when your parents are eating fast food every day. Okay, Papa, why you every day eat McDonald's when I eat vegetable? So that's wrong, right? The child, you have to set a good example for your kids to follow. Okay, so healthy balanced diet, that one everyone know. And then please consider food supplements to fill in the nutritional gaps. Okay, supplements are there for us to fill in our nutritional gaps, because we know that our everyday meals cannot really fulfill our nutrition requirements. So supplements are here to add in the small gaps for you, right? And then when talking about supplements, what are the important criteria to choose the correct food supplements? Number one, you always want safety first. Okay, some parents, they go by price. Okay, I take the cheap one, the expensive one. Okay, but the first priority that they should focus on is actually safety, because supplements is not something like baju. You buy poor quality one, you wear. If anything happens, you can just take it off. Supplements and food, you put it inside your mouth, you ingest it. If you notice that it's bad, you want to take it out. How? Cannot take it out already. So safety first. Okay, that's why you need a very good quality control. You make sure that the company is good, reliable, okay, and then proven as well. Okay, you want supplements plant-based, and then sourced and certified organic farm. You don't want a lot of synthetic drugs. Nowadays, a lot of synthetic drugs. Synthetic and organic, what is the difference? Synthetic is your Sunkist orange. Okay, organic is your fresh orange. So you want which type of orange juice? Of course, fresh orange, right? Okay, good taste. Yeah, because if your supplement tastes like not nice, then your kids most likely will just poo. Okay, and then you waste money. Okay, and then you need to find something affordable lah. Okay, not too expensive, but make sure safety first. Okay, and then what are the contents in good nutritional supplements? Okay, you need macronutrients, your good protein, good fats. You need micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and I cannot stress this enough, is probiotics and fibers. Okay, these are also very, very important one. Okay, so why do we choose Nutrilite? Okay, so many other brands out there. Why Nutrilite? Because here are some facts. Nutrilite is the only global vitamin and mineral brand to grow, harvest, and process our own plants on our own certified organic plant or organic farms. Okay, so if you ask any other supplement brands, they do not have their own organic farm. From Nutrilite, we focus on from seed to supplement. We plant all our own plants, we harvest it from there, and then we make it into supplements. Okay, and then some facts are here. Nutrilite is the #1 selling vitamin and dietary supplement. It's the #1 selling children vitamin and dietary supplement as well. Okay, so of course we have our more than 200 patents. Okay, and then they hire a lot of scientists to do research behind the brand. Okay, so if you just simply get some X brand, maybe you have to really find out, are there real scientists and doctors behind the brand? Okay, and then why do I have so much confidence in Nutrilite itself? Because Nutrilite is the main sponsor for the China Olympic team. Imagine the China Olympic team is taking Nutrilite. Do you think that they will go and pick some cheap and unsafe brand to give to their Olympic team? Olympic team is so important. Okay, so these are some pictures of the Nutrilite sponsoring the China Olympic team as well. So introducing here the Nutrilite Kids. Okay, Nutrilite Kids. Every time your kids will watch Baby Shark, will watch what? So far I'm not familiar with all those programs yet, but I'm sure very soon I will. Okay, we have the Nutrilite Kids, and then you have those cute cartoons here. Then we have our multivitamins, our iron and magnesium. I'll go through one by one. Okay, so this is what my nephew will call, my nephew and my cousins' kids will call the butterfly. Okay, you cannot ask them to say that you want the multivitamin or iron chewable, right? They will say, yeah, mommy, I want the butterfly. So this is the butterfly. Okay, butterfly is a Nutrilite Children chewable, okay, multivitamin and iron supplement. Okay, this one is a chewable because kids they like to chew. You cannot ask them to swallow tablet. So this is the taste is very nice, and then they can just chew and then ingest slowly. Okay, it contains 10 types of vitamins, including A, B, folic acid, and iron as well. It's a chewable one. And then the important thing is there is no artificial flavors and color or preservative. So it's absolutely safe for your kids, right? The next one, this is the Ladybird. Okay, the Ladybird is a chewable natural vitamin C. Okay, so in Nutrilite, our vitamin C are extracted from Accelera cherry. If you don't know what's that, it's a special type of cherry with the highest vitamin C concentration. So in Nutrilite, we grow our own Accelera cherry in our own organic farm, and then they harvest the cherry to extract vitamin C from it. Okay, so this chewable natural C, it extracts vitamin C from Accelera cherries. Also, it's a chewable format. And then it's no preservative and no artificial tasting as well. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I think I left out one. Okay, this is actually the chewer calcium and magnesium. Wrong picture here, but it's actually an eagle bottle. Okay, this one is for calcium and magnesium. We all know that calcium and magnesium is important for their bone growth and their teeth growth. Okay, so yeah, calcium, magnesium, also chewable. The taste is a little bit chocolatey. Okay, and then no artificial coloring, the most important thing. And then this one, this is very important because this is probiotics. So when you pick that, I mean, there's a lot of parents, they are aware of the importance of probiotics for their kids and also for themselves, because probiotics is something that stays inside your guts, helps a lot with digestion. And then there are papers that shows probiotics actually help with immune system and also eczema cases as well. Okay, so probiotics, how to choose a probiotic? When people think about probiotic, they say Yakult, they say Vitagen, okay, they say yogurt, they say kimchi, but I don't think kids will eat kimchi. So what is different from our Nutrilite probiotics with other type of probiotics? Number one, this probiotic contains prebiotic as well. What is prebiotic? Prebiotic is the food for probiotics. So when you put probiotics inside your body, you want to make sure that they have the correct food to grow as well. Okay, so this one, it contains 6.3 billion CFU, the unit that is used to calculate probiotics, and then it contains 5 strains of probiotic strains, 5 hero probiotic strains. Okay, because these 5 strains are chosen because they can pass through our gastric acid. Okay, we all know that our stomach acid is very, very acidic. So if you take the type of probiotics that cannot pass through acid, they will most likely just korban at your gastric level. So this one will make sure that the 5 type of probiotics safely reach your intestine. Okay. So yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I always post this kind of thing. Did you know that? Did you know that? And then one day I post regarding this one, a bottle of you know, this one, this drink, you know, right, on the left side, your vegan. Okay, it actually contains 12.9 grams of sugar per bottle. So what is 12.9 grams of sugar? You know, we all know the McDonald's sugar packet, right? It's actually 4 packets of those inside 1 bottle of Vitagen. So if you think that this is a very healthy drink for your kids, yes, it could be healthy, but you are actually giving your kids a lot of sugar. Okay, 12.9 grams in 1 single bottle. No wonder your kids are so active after Vitagen, because they have to find a way to use their energy. Okay, and then did you know that smelly farts can be caused by a lot of bacteria, bad bacteria inside your gut? So you need time to get some probiotics. Okay, so well, now you know. Next is the Nutrilite Kids flavored gummy with DHA. Okay, DHA, everyone knows DHA is for the brain. Okay, a lot of milk powders brands are promoting the DHA. Yes, it's very important. It's the omega-3, okay, used to for brain development for kids. So where do you get a lot of omega-3? Where do you get a lot of DHA? From fish oil. Okay, fish oil. But some kids, they don't like the fishy smell. Don't like the fishy smell, and it's sometimes very hard to swallow because it's in a long gel coating capsule. Okay, so yeah, this one is a very good replacement for it because it contains DHA as well, and then it's a flavored gummy, orange flavored gummy. So kids can just chew, and then they get their 50 mg of DHA per gummy. Okay, one day can take 2, very tasty. If your kid like to chew fish oil, then even better lah. But this one is a very good alternative, right? And then next, this is a new one. This is a new launch by this May. It's actually a botanical beverage of fruits and vegetables. Inside is actually something like a smoothie. Okay, a smoothie, and you can give your kids as a snack. Okay, it contains 8 types of fruits and vegetables. So for picky eaters, if you are looking for a solution that you can temporarily give them if they're not taking a lot of fruits and vegetables, you can choose this one. So this one, it contains fruits and vegetables, contain 2 types of plant proteins, especially from chia seed, white chia seed, and brown rice, because more and more kids are getting soy allergy, okay, because of the GMO one. Okay, it's a tropical flavor, ready to drink one, and then it's vegan friendly. A lot of parents are very, very mindful about this vegan and gluten-free thing. So yes, it's no added sugar and no artificial coloring as well. So it's great for kids to who consume a lot less of vegetables and need more protein. Okay. Then this one, this one is a very exciting launch next month. Okay. Also the Ladybird. Okay, this one is a 4-in-1 immunity booster, because nowadays the pandemic is there. We want our kids' immunity to increase. So this one, Nutrilite heard us. They came out with this new 4-in-1 packet for kids. This is a dissolvable mix that you can mix into their drinks, and then inside it contains vitamin C, vitamin D3, probiotics as well, and then zinc to increase their immune system. Okay, very excited for this one. And another exciting thing is there is a promotion from 1st May until 30th June. When you purchase about 280 ringgit or more worth of this Nutrilite Kids, you can get 1 Nutrilite Kid flavor gummy of DHA for free. You can get 1 box for free. 1 box is worth about 106 ringgit. Okay, so if you purchase the one on the left, you can get a free flavored gummy, okay, which is worth 106. So what is happiness? What is happiness? Okay, happiness is got promotion, right? Got discount. What is happiness? Happiness is happy, healthy children. Agree? Happy, healthy children. Because why? Okay, yeah. Well, now you know what happiness is. Yeah. Well, now you know. So the funny thing about kids is they are the reason we lose it and the reason we hold it together. You can get super mad about kids, but end of the day, they are the reason why you are sane, why you are working so hard, why you are trying to achieve something for them. Okay, kids are the reason for everything. Okay, and then they say parenthood is the scariest hood you will ever go through. Okay, anyone agree? Scary, but I think it's worth it, right? Yeah, so me and my wife, we are really looking forward for our parenthood. Okay, thank you for listening to me today. Thank you for tuning into our Seed Studio weekly talk. And then thank you very much. Stop sharing. Ta-da!
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Oh, what a fantastic sharing. It was fun, it was brief, it was sweet, it was touching. It was such a great sharing just now. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Yeah, so before we end, and then let us just go through let's just make a very quick recap for all the things that we have learned today. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Any questions or not? Any questions? If I see too difficult, then I pura-pura tak nampak lah. Easy one, I can just answer.
Okay, so if we picky eaters, what will happen? Impact on your children will be the growth, developmental growth, retardation, delay. Okay, not until retardation yet, just delay. Okay, and then maybe the immune system will be affected. So picky eaters is a very, very big problem among the children. Don't bribe your children, and then if to fill up the nutritional gap, if your children is really a picky eater, then we have to think of an alternative way to fill up that gap. So one of the measure that we can take is through supplementation. And of course, very, very important to make the mealtime regular and make eating and food fun. So that's I think the take-home message for everyone. Okay, so before we end today, I'd just like to highlight what we are going to have next week. Okay, so next week we are going to have something very, very exciting also. Let me share my screen for 1 second. Okay, share. So yes, this will be our topic next week. So next week we are going to talk about weight management. So it was Raya time, and I know everyone has been locked down, so everyone is at home and probably eating a lot and gaining a lot. So Seed Studio once again is going to bring you a very, very good topic on weight management, and we are very lucky to have our nutritionist, Jason Yo, to share about weight management. And I've listened to Jason sharing many times, and I always enjoyed it and always learned a lot from Jason. And he's very down to earth, very simple, makes nutrition, makes diet very simple and easy. And I'm very, very sure after you listen to him, you know what to do to keep your body in shape. Okay, all right. So with that, that is our sharing for today. And I hope everyone learned something, and I hope everyone will have a good time with your kids. And again, what is happiness? Happiness is when our kids are happy also. Okay, with that, goodbye everyone. Good night.
Thank you, everybody. Make sure you choose the correct brand.
Okay. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.